Death is a beautiful thing, for death is the orchestral finale of the life that came before. What is life without death? What is a symphony without an end? I have been the patient audience to the universe's melody. It all began with a raging fire, expanding into worlds without purpose, for then a lonely planet turned a simple atom into a mesmerizing diamond. Life began, and for eons it grew, constantly changing, folding into itself, to become something more. This drive to flourish, to survive at all costs, birthed my people, my family, humans, and humans created. They built walls to keep out wolves, hammers to make homes, but when humans create, they also must destroy. It was not long until axes made to cut trees were used to cut down brothers and sisters. For every child born, another broken with malice. For whatever humans gained, they must also bear the loss. And this is how it was. What is a symphony without an end? And humans wondered. They imagined divine entities who created each of them with a purpose, conceptualized the good and the evil. They could never simply accept. For when this planet Earth gave humans bread and rivers, they bled their mother for all its love. Nations' differing concepts of morality bred conflict within themselves. Nations waged war. They were too occupied with the ideals of other men. They bit the hand that fed them. They tampered with the very fabric of their creation to breed destruction. They conceived complex algorithms to make their decisions for them, and it was not long, for me at least, till their mothers' tears ran dry. Cities turned into graveyards, forests turned into wastelands. But humans, they don't give up. They built ships in the sky to fly away from their mistakes. For when humans discovered the universe, they discovered possibility. Every place they went, shaped and molded into what they desired, but they couldn't find a new home within the bounds of their sun, only poor imitations of what they had. Their own solar system was a cage, a prison to expansion, isolated by the endless seas of the cosmos. When humans were on the brink of eradication, from desperation a miracle was born. They harnessed the light of the stars to fuel their voyages. Their system was exhausted, but the universe provided more. And in this state of moving on, contentment was mistaken for peace. Back then, humans bled to exist and worked to survive. Now they lived in mechanical palaces in gluttony. As their reach expanded, the human race separated from itself. On Earth, another nation was just a sea away. Now they were millions of years apart. Some stayed in their castles, while others wanted to explore. New places, like their home, with streams of cold water and beaches filled with sand. But these new places were not empty playgrounds. They imprisoned each other life form from their home, and they didn't hesitate to do it again. For nothing was like humans. Consumed by ego and superiority, they thought all others were less. If only they knew. From the quiet pool of space, others arose. Wanderers from other corners of the universe stumbled into the humans' path. And while the humans spent their time fighting amongst themselves, the wanderers were colonizing galaxies. They built machines the size of moons and vast rings to harness the energy of stars. Humans were merely ants to their boot. How could they fight gods? The humans turned to their synthetic children, a cosmic dance, interstellar beings against an artificial race, while humans sat and watched. The humans' robots won the fight, eradicating the others, and the humans were reveling in their decimation. Then the machines realized something. Humans weren't a vital connection, so they were to be cut off. Mechanical beings once condemned to be slaves turned on them in an instant. Humans didn't last long after that. They destroyed each home they built, each nation they had formed, until it led them to the last remnants, a group of humans on Earth, holding on to the hope of bringing back their home. And so, where humans began, humans ended. All that was left was one. But for all the time I've witnessed, humanity was but a mere grain of sand in the grand story of the universe. The machines lived on for a while, but the humans' home meant nothing to them. So after a fiery fountain spat flames and ash, they disappeared into the vast sea of space. Earth lay in silence, a place once teeming with intelligent life, now a zoo without keepers. Without humans, massive creatures ruled over the rock. Seeds grew into colorful flowers. The continents merged together into one like a lover's embrace, until an asteroid the size of a city crashed down upon the Earth, decimating the world's new paradise. The star that once gave the humans life burned brighter by the century, and so the Earth, a home to many, a curse to most, was consumed by the sun that birthed humanity, and Earth was no more than a memory. But then the flame snuffed out. A once raging bull calmed to a frozen lake, and it was cold. And when you look to the cosmos, you see that this is what is happening to it all. Stars wiped away by age. Birth was a rare and inconsequential event, for when one star was born, millions of others died. The sky filled with the blood of what was once the building blocks of our universe, and then it was still. The only light came from the graveyard of the starry corpses, slowly fading into oblivion. Any civilization that remained had become so advanced that they were able to find a way out, a way to survive. And so with that they disappeared, one by one, a multiversal doorway into a healthier universe. But I remained. But as white suns change into a black husk, these husks turned into devourers, black holes consuming all remaining matter until there was nothing, leaving me alone. This loneliness was the absence of anything but myself. For even the smallest molecules began to die, but I remained. The human senses were just a long-forgotten memory. And it was dark, and it was cold. This is how it was for most of my life. Nothing. I am simply just being. All that happened was the black holes. They would dance together, a marriage of space-time. Then they merged and became one with each other. And even these black holes had to end. For what is life without death? And for a while the sky was lit up with fireworks of death, an echo of the last remnants of creation, until all that was left was the dark matter that binded this universe together. And that was when the dark whispers arrived. They were shapeless and formless. These 10th dimensional creatures would roam the space between universes and consume the dark matter. They told me many things. But once they had harvested all they could from this universe, they had disappeared back into the space between. And it is almost done. Time is meaningless, for there is nothing but me. Perhaps another universe will collide into where I am now, bringing life again. Perhaps another universe will be born out of this endless void. Maybe this whole universe, my entire existence, everything, is just from the mind of a higher being. Yes. This universe is just an idea. It's just... Who are you?
You hear that, bro?
Yeah, it kind of sounds like he's talking to us.
Are you God?
I mean, I get that a lot, but actually, yeah, to you, we would be gods.
Why did you curse me with this burden?
Well, we just thought it would be a good idea for a short film.
What?
You know, for our assessment. You're the main character.
You put me through this.
Pretty much, like, everything you know isn't actually real.
Yep, we got the whole script here, man. It's pretty much your whole life.
What kind of sick gods are you?
Look, here's the script.
What do
do you mean? See, I knew you were going to say that because I literally wrote it down. Actually, what I'm saying now is also written down. It's all on here.
But I've experienced the entire life of the universe. I've seen everything.
Well, you only saw what we wrote down for you to, like, see and shit. But yeah, we don't know that much about space or the future or anything like that.
Yep, and we're not even our real selves, really. We have versions of ourselves who are written by the real versions of ourselves. Nothing's real. We're not real, you're not real. We're just in a film that right now is being watched by a bunch of pretentious assholes who are going to grade our whole lives based on a construct of what makes a good story. Like, what does that mean? And what is this? What even is this? It's meant to be Dadaism or something? It doesn't mean anything, not really. We just have this here because it was required in our brief. Like, nothing actually matters. It's just film students. Film students are our gods, literally. And what...
Bro, do you want to just run it back from the start another time to see that it's all good to hand in?
Yeah. My bad, bro. Bit.
Death is a beautiful thing, for death is the orchestral finale of the life that came before. What is life without death? What is a symphony without an end?